The harvest that we have witnessed here foreshadow great things to come, as thy work rolls on in power and majesty, and in this dispensation of the fullness of times. Even in a time of prosperity, though, members of the church faced hardships. Later on, in 1985, a deadly earthquake measuring 8.1 on the Richter scale hit Mexico City, killing 6,000 people, injuring 30,000, and leaving 50,000 without homes. In 1991, terrible rains flooded the El Fuerte River on Mexico's west-central coast. More than 60,000 people were forced from their homes, 83 of which belonged to the Iome branch. Despite the tough living conditions for those affected by these disasters, members of the church banded together, putting into practice the lesson taught by the Master in the book of Matthew. Inasmuch as ye have done it unto the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me. As members of the church were applying the principles taught to them by church leaders, the brethren were planning a historic announcement for Mexican members. It came in 1989 from the First Presidency and the Quorum of the 12. Horacio Tenorio, one of the brethren who was called and set apart just a few years prior by Elder Howard W. Hunter, was now to become the first native Mexican general authority of the church. This announcement was a historic one for the church in Mexico, as many Mexican members had been waiting for as many as 60 years to have one of their own as a general church leader. In 1993, the church was officially recognized by the government of Mexico and formally registered as a religious organization. This gave the church the legal right to own property, which 4 years later would prove to be important for a bigger announcement coming from church headquarters. In 1997, President Gordon B. Hinckley decided that it was time for the ever-growing population of the church worldwide to have temples be made more accessible to them. Brother Call was one of the first people to find this out.
It
was during the April conference of, I believe it was 1997? No, it was 1998. As a general authority, I was meeting with all of the other general authorities of the time at 9:30 in the morning on the Friday before the conference. A secretary came to the office of the 70s and gave me a small note. I still have the note today. At 9:30 in the morning and said to me, "Elder Call, President Hinckley wants to see you in his office immediately." My thoughts suddenly went to, why is this happening? What could it be? I went down to his office. When I got there, I encountered Gerald Taylor, who at that time was serving as an area president in Chile. I saw him there in the doorway and I said, "Hello, my friend, what is going on here?" He said, "I don't know, do you?" We didn't know why the prophet wanted to see us. We went into his office and he received us with tenderness and love. He said, "Come in, my friends. You two both are from Mexico. In this conference, there will be an announcement that perhaps may be of interest to you both. I am going to announce 3 small temples. One of them will be in the Mormon colonies in northern Mexico. The others will be in Monticello, Utah, and Anchorage, Alaska." I could not control the emotions that came to me.
No pude controlar la emoción.
Just 2 years before this announcement, President Howard W. Hunter had been in Mexico again, this time to form the country's 2,000th stake. The general rise in church population continued, and in 2004, church officials in Mexico reported reaching 1 million members in total, making Mexico the only country outside the United States to have that many members. Brother Call says that the overall growth in both member baptisms and temple building has truly been a miracle.
There won't be a country in the world, including the United States, who per capita member in the ratio to temples will have more temples per member than Mexico. And I think that's significant. That says something. Section 49, the day of the Lamanite is now coming. They will blossom as a rose, and they are.
This has been an ICOM student media production from Brigham Young University, Idaho.